All right, everyone, welcome on in. FIFA 23 Journeyman time. Thought we'd get things rolling today with Inter Miami. I mean, all the changes that have gone down in career mode, dynamic potential, from what I hear, is fixed. So I really wanted to wait before we begin a long-term save and, just kind of test things out, really get into the nitty-gritty for career mode. How's everyone doing, though? All my Americans in the chat, happy day after Thanksgiving. Everyone else, happy Friday. Big match today for USA and England. For both teams, really. For England, I mean, you guys can get out of the group stage for sure with a win. And for the US, I mean, if we can get a draw, somehow pull that off, that would be an incredible result. Dynamic potential fixed, life becomes better. That is true for rebuilds, for career mode, and yeah, everyone playing FIFA 23. Yeah, I've been testing it out with the latest, I guess you can call it realistic rebuild, or the next video on the channel, and things seem pretty good. Yeah, I would say pretty similar to FIFA 22, if not even a little bit better. I might even argue. I've seen a lot of like +5s for player overall in the first half of the season, so we'll see it in action here with Inter Miami. But I'll showcase the squad and we'll start developing some storylines. I've got some ideas in mind for what I want to do in this career mode. If you guys are new to the Journeyman concept, we spend a season at each club, or you might even spend a season until, or however much time it takes to win a trophy. But in most cases, yeah, it's a season per each club, and then you just review what job offers are available. That's typically how I've treated it. It's probably what I'll end up doing this year as well. We'll get into the homegrown talent and all that sort of stuff, but this is the starting 11. I mean, some pretty recognizable players here with Inter Miami. Kieran Gibbs to start things off at left back, the former Arsenal and I guess most recently West Brom player before he transferred to Inter Miami. DeAndre Yedlin on the opposite side, hero of the, I think it was the 2014 World Cup where he got to start. Of course, we weren't there in 2018, but back again with the US. Who else we got here in the team? Pozuelo, MLS MVP in 2020, and Gonzalo Higuain, who just retired. He's coming off of a great year, so I think we'll let him stay in this save as long as you guys are cool with that. In MLS, you got up to 3 designated players, so pretty much like 3 high-profile players. Our 2 at the club right now are Higgy and Pozuelo, so we can sign one other big player here at the club. But as far as our homegrown talent goes, let's check it out. It's over in our youth academy. I was actually reviewing this prior to starting up the stream, and I really like the idea of this homegrown talent, man. How I've typically treated it is that this guy stays with us at each club. So Patrick Davis, probably with us for the long term, is 61 rated center mid / CDM from the United States, of course. His stats scream out either striker or winger with that pace and shooting. So I'm thinking a striker here. 5-star, 5-star, high medium work rates, 5'11". Senegal 3-1 up right now. I'll pull up the score here on my other tab. I saw Senegal were doing pretty well. I think the 11 o'clock kickoff is Netherlands and Ecuador. That should actually be a good match in my opinion. We'll see if Ecuador can follow it up with a decent performance. And then of course the 2 o'clock one here is USA and England. But yeah, we'll switch him over to striker. I'm guessing like a +5 at least. I mean, 79 pace, 75 shooting. Really stat that's letting him down is the attack positioning. Penalties and volleys don't matter too much to me. Yeah, looks like a really, really decent player. So 4 weeks, yeah, realistically low 70s, I'm thinking, for the rating. So he'll probably fit right into the team. Question is what we want to do with him. Of course, with Higuain, maybe we retire him or release him. But then again, he's such an iconic player, man. I want to at least keep him in the squad. We can maybe keep our homegrown talent available on the bench and rotate him in for matches. Because you're in MLS, need to sign a veteran? Yeah, I think I have a few ideas in mind. So I think that's a good time to segue things over to kind of the storylines I'm looking for. So I've got a Google Doc here, and you guys can kind of help me out as far as what exactly you want to see. So right now I'm thinking with David Beckham being an owner here at Inter Miami, we set up at a scouting network in England. That's pretty much a must for me. There have been some links with Inter Miami signing like Lionel Messi the last few seasons, even Cristiano Ronaldo. Now that he's not at a club, there's apparently been some rumors that Inter Miami want to sign him. I don't think that's going to happen, but who knows? But I think the good storyline here is maybe bringing in some young Manchester United players on loan. We'll take a look and see which ones they loan list. As I mentioned, we can sign one more designated player. Right now we have Pozuelo and Higuain. Our homegrown talent we already covered. And there's a ton of players at the club with the real face scans. So those are the big storylines I'm thinking here with Inter Miami in this first season. The save will develop as we get offers. But let me know what you guys think. Anything else you want to see here with Inter Miami and MLS? It's probably going to be a simulation-heavy first season, to be honest. For me, MLS gets pretty fun once you get into the playoffs. I wish they had like an all-star game or something in MLS. That'd be pretty cool. Like if you had any players selected, or like maybe managers to control like a first-team all-MLS and play against some European side in the summer, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, Foster, it's going to be a good match. I'm looking forward to watching it. And then, for me, the even bigger match is Germany on Sunday against Spain. How about keeping Davis as a CM? He could be a goal-scoring CM. Let's take a look at the squad and see how that would work. I mean, we can always position change him later. If I'm being honest, like, he would definitely fit into the team as a winger. Yeah, so we might just change him to striker and play him out wide. That's, I think, the look that we're going to do. That way he can get the minutes. But yeah, let's take a look at some veteran players first, figure out our designated player situation and who we want to sign up. Realistic for this Inter Miami team, we could definitely sign a goalkeeper. I mean, Calendar is not very high rated, especially for MLS standards. You see a lot of goalkeepers in the low 70s, so we could improve there for sure. Guillermo Ochoa, that could be a shout with Inter Miami. Did you guys watch Mexico versus... Who did they play? I know it was a 0-0 match. I didn't watch Mexico in the first match. So far, the only full World Cup matches I've watched are the U.S. and Germany. Actually, I watched the first one of Ecuador and Qatar. Poland, yeah, that's a tough one for Mexico. I feel. Let me take a look at their group as well. Let's see. Brackets? No. Matches. Hey, who else is in Mexico's group? Ooh, it's the Argentina. Yeah, Argentina, Saudi Arabia. That's tough. Yeah, it's tough for Mexico. They probably needed to win that game. As did Germany. I mean, they definitely... It's typical Germany for the last few major tournaments, man. I can't say I was that surprised. I was optimistic that we would start with 3 points. And the first half had me very excited. I mean, it was very nearly 2-0 for Germany before the break. But then the Havertz goal ruled offside. We had a couple of chances in the beginning of the second half to make things 3 or 2. Gundogan's shot off the post. Musiala and that dribble going over the crossbar. And then Japan turns things around. Keylor Navas would be more realistic. I think he's going to be a little bit too high rated for MLS. I mean, we could probably pull it off if we wanted to. If we want to just like go for the league title, signing an 88 rated keeper would certainly help. I get what you mean though. Being from Costa Rica, I could see a move to Inter Miami. I don't know how big of a Costa Rican presence there is in Florida and Miami, but I know there's a heavy Cuban influence in Miami. I do want to look at some potential Americans. Ethan Horvath, I'm not sure he would make a move to MLS right now. I feel like he's still in contention for... He was loaned out from Forest, right? Matt Turner, we'll see how things go for him at Arsenal, but yeah, I mean, a return back to MLS isn't completely ruled out. A lot of Venezuelans and Colombians as well. Yeah. Yeah, I think for now we focus on a good high potential goalkeeper. So maybe we pull up trusty FIFA, and we'll see which goalkeepers are, say, 34 or older. I think that's a fair age for MLS signings. So this is what we got to work with right now. Got Manu Neuer, Keylor Navas, Hugo Lloris. Who here could be realistic? For some reason, Mignolet maybe stands out as a possible signing. I don't know why, but a show at that 80 rating looks really, really solid. Not too high rated, pretty realistic. Maybe Buffon, but I think he's going to close out his career at Parma. No, Borion's 77 rated, not bad for him. Maybe Pepe Reina. I'll add Sergio Romero as well. Joe Hart for the English vibes. Yeah, I think that pretty much rules everybody else out. What do you guys think? For some reason, a Joe Hart at Inter Miami it works for me, man. I mean, Neville in charge. And Beckham as coach. I don't know, that would be just vibes for me. Begovic, Tim Krul. Yeah, Mignolet happy with UCL football. That makes sense. The site's called So FIFA. S-O FIFA. Vale. I actually just talked about it in my realistic rebuild tutorial. If you guys missed that upload, it went live on Wednesday. So yeah, check it out after the stream. If you're looking for some inspiration for a realistic save, kind of break down kind of my whole thought process as far as like what I look for in a realistic career mode, how I do my initial research, things like that. Pretty much anyone that's super into career mode or FM, I think you'll find it useful. Sergio Romero, ex-United player. Sillison. Yeah, right now Joe Hart's kind of leading the way for me. I think it's between probably Guillermo Ochoa and Joe Hart. We'll scout him out and finish that up, see what both are rated. I mean, we probably just saw it from SoFIFA, but we'll finish the initial scouting and make a decision there. I'll leave it up to a poll. I think both will be right around 80 rated, if not upper 70s. Okay, so that's gonna be our third and final homegrown or designated player. We're gonna promote our youth academy talent to the first team eventually. Where else do you guys think we improve in this team? I think as far as other signings go, maybe some CONCACAF players would be good. Some Americans would be solid. We definitely could sign a winger. So if I'm not mistaken, our homegrown talent was left-footed. So we'll probably play on the right side. So we can sign a right-footed left winger. Sergio Busquets for a center back. You know what? It's not a bad idea. If we want to... I mean, it would be a question of like... I'm not sure how many designated player goalkeepers there are in MLS. I don't believe there's many. If any. I'm trying to think if there's any like super high profile goalkeepers in MLS and none really come to mind. Like a lot of the goalkeepers in MLS end up being homegrown talents. Yeah, I'm familiar with Alexis Vega. Let's just say I don't want to sign him right now just because he might be a signing in my next rebuild. So I'm going to pass on him. Is Brad Guzan a designated player for Atlanta? Interesting. He is not joining as a designated player. Okay. So high rated, but not necessarily a designated player. Okay, so I think like maybe Joe Hart or Ochoa could just be like a regular signing, and then we can maybe we could definitely sign someone like Sergio Busquets. Definitely been linked with the move to MLS with his contract running out. So any other shouts for maybe center back? Yeah, I think like a designated player center back would be solid. We've seen a lot recently. Chiellini for one. And then, like I said, yeah, a right-footed left winger would be solid. Of course, the Harry Maguire shouts in the chat. Realistically, where do you think Harry Maguire goes? There's a lot of question marks, man, with United right now. Whether they're going to be able to sign someone like Hakpo in January, I think that's the signing they need to make. It makes sense with Ten Hag in charge, especially. I'll have to check if PK's in the game, but I don't think he is for me. No, he's still in the save. So is PK officially retiring, or is he just done at Barcelona? I feel like that was something that was in question, like when he made that announcement video. So he's going to be involved in Andorra. I know he's had some sort of, he's involved in some sort of capacity there. Dejan Lovren, another good shout. I think we just sort by which center backs are like, let's say 32 or older. It doesn't look like Lovren's actually in FIFA. So let's see. So instead of goalkeepers, we'll look for center backs. And again, we'll sort by overall. Let's see, Thiago Silva. For some reason, I could see that maybe happening. Maybe a season or two to close out his career at MLS, or maybe he goes to Brazil. Bonucci might follow Chiellini. So let's add both of them. I think these first three players, Bonucci, Silva, and Ramos, can all get added. We already added PK. Vertonghen seems to be pretty happy in Belgium right now. Yeah, not as many center back options as there have been in previous years. Maybe if we bring down the age of like 32, we'll see a few more players. Maybe Chris Smalling, but he's doing pretty solid in Italy right now. I could see Jerome Boateng going to MLS. What do you guys think? Got some shots for Thomas Vermaelen. Yeah, Marcos Rojo, he did stand out on the list as well. Is he Boca Juniors youth? I was curious about that. I know, for some, like, no hate against Phil Jones. I just don't see him being necessarily like a designated player. He was always pretty solid for United. Definitely left it out on the pitch. Only 29 though. For some reason, man, he seems in my head he's like 32, 33. Yeah, maybe a Daily Blind at Ajax. He gets that big upgrade at center back. That's always been the case. I think in FIFA 21 or 22, he had like an 82 rating. And if you change him to center back, or maybe even, I think center back he gets a +2, and then center defensive mid he gets like a +4. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Fellaini for the vibes. I could see it. Does he still have his afro haircut in FIFA? That's the question. He does. I love that they haven't changed that, despite his player picture having the buzz cut for like the last 2 years. They just keep him with the afro. He's a 79 rating at center back. Yo, I think we low-key have to do it. If I remember correctly, he's an absolute unit in game. He's got crazy stats, man. 80 ball control, really good agility. Not agility, balance, despite his height. Stand tackle, slide tackle, solid enough. I think pace is the issue with him. Yeah, sprint speed and acceleration both at 34. What do you guys think? Should we do it? Marwan Fellaini as our designated player playing at center back. I think him or Daily Blind would both be really fun. Busquets as well. I think Busquets at center back could be pretty solid. Or even just CDM. But I think we do it for the vibes. There's just something about having Fellaini in the back with his fro. Adds like another 3 inches to that 6'4" height. Let's make it a poll. I think we get up to 4 options here, so let's make sure we can actually approach these players as well. So Blind, Fellaini. We'll add Piqué to the list as well. I don't even know if we can afford Busquets. 22 mil. That's a lot. Let's see. All right, never mind. We have 31 mil, so really solid budget. All right, so Busquets probably staying now. Interesting. So Sergio Busquets, Gerard Piqué, Fellaini, and Fellaini's also ex-United. Yeah, that kind of ties in with the Beckham storyline. And Daily Blind. Okay, that kind of makes sense then for those last 2 players. I think for Piqué and Busquets, I mean, yeah, if they moved to MLS, it would probably be Inter Miami. So I'll give some credit there. So we'll go Blind, Busquets, Fellaini, Piqué. All right. Poll is live. You guys can get involved in that. Sign a player like Ravo. Yeah, Ravo Morrison, he's at DC United, right? Or he was at some point. I know Josh was talking about that on Discord. Yeah, there he is. DC United, Jamaican nationality now. I think when MLS starts up, guys, usually starts like March or April, we're gonna go ahead and do like some sort of MLS rebuild. Probably with DC United. But yeah, again, choices go to Daily Blind, 79 overall. He's going to get an upgrade at center back. We got Busquets over here, 85 rated. Used most of our transfer budget to pull it off, but would be a good signing. Fellaini, of course, for the vibes. And then the last one was Gerard Piqué. Marco Reus. Yeah, I mean, maybe one day I could see him in MLS. Daily Blind and Marwan Fellaini leading the charge by a good amount. Okay, I think we probably do one more poll between those two. Right now with 50 votes, it's pretty close. So I'm going to end this one right here. And we'll do one more between Daily Blind and Fellaini. I'm really looking forward to see how this result goes. Both actually quite realistic because they got that Manchester United storyline. Also, getting up there in their age, so. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Fellaini somewhere because, I mean, the Chinese Super League, that has kind of collapsed in recent years as far as like the high-profile players go. So, yeah, probably won't be able to afford his wages, assuming he's on high wages. Plus forward center back does it for me. Dang. Yeah, I mean, both are going to get a solid upgrade, so. Again, those are our two options. Daily Blind, Marwan, Fellaini. Let's see. Ashley Young in CM, he goes up by +2. That's an interesting one. Yeah, we can definitely make some more like international signings, guys. This is just for our like, kind of the highest profile signing we'll make is right here. For an outfielder at least. And then we'll do another poll later on between Joe Hart and Guillermo Ochoa. Yeah, I mean, if Busquets' contract runs out, we can maybe sign him in January, but that would also assume we do a second season with Miami, which I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the case. We'll see. Go ahead and vote, guys. It's 60-40 in Fellaini's favor right now. That could be like a series name. Player Career Mode with Marwan Fellaini. I mean, the pace kind of does it for me for Fellaini. The 34 pace, 34 acceleration. But looks like he's winning the poll, guys. So first signing of the career mode. First signing of the FIFA 23 Journeyman is Marwan Fellaini. Let's see if our soundboards still work. I had a couple of soundboards. Where are they? Here we go. Is it going to work? There it is. Marwan Fellaini winning the poll. Looks like we'll be able to pick him up for about 2 mil. Let's remove that exchange player and just, again, offer 2 mil. I think that's pretty close to what they're thinking. Also dripped out with the Inter Miami apparel here. Let's see if we can get at least a 2-year. Nice. Yeah, that's a pro tip for you guys. Never do 1-year contracts when you're signing a new player because something bugs out. It like says they're gonna retire or you're not able to renew their contract. It's weird. Always do 2+ years. Will I stream more often? I'm going to try to. But no promises. I mean, videos are kind of always the priority for me. But as long as I'm able to fit it in between, like, getting like a solid upload schedule, I'm trying to increase the frequency of uploads to maybe a video every 5 days. And also not just like exclusively rebuilds. But yeah, I would love to be live stream more often. I do enjoy it. It's probably the best way for me to interact with you guys, so. Yeah, so in a few years, I could see Inter Miami. Lozano in MLS? I mean, Irving Lozano, how old is he? Like 20, 25, 26? Still featuring pretty consistently for Napoli, if you ask me. I'm excited to see this cutscene, man. Fellaini with the vibes. The photo shoot. He's almost off the screen here. There it is. Beautiful. Let's see the price rating. We'll take a B. And then we're going to move him over to center back, right? I think that was the plan. Yeah, he'll play center back for... Probably swap him out for low. If I'm not mistaken, McVeigh actually has like the most minutes for the club. Yeah, Andre, I think YouTube just recently rolled out some new features where, like, if you're watching a video, it'll tell you that I'm live on the channel, which is cool. I mean, YouTube, that's kind of the exciting thing about live streaming on YouTube, is that a lot of new features roll out. Twitch, I would say, is still like the most sophisticated and advanced, like, kind of hub for live streaming. But yeah, it's a fun thing about YouTube. Every few weeks you see new features. Apparently there's some like Q&A thing, so I might try that out during today's stream, where you guys can ask me questions live. But for now, we'll probably focus on the Inter Miami stuff. But a 4-week training to center back, not bad at all. We'll see how much he upgrades there. And we'll take a look at squad numbers as well. We'll definitely bring him forward on corner kicks. That's without question. So, Fellaini. Squad number history, 27 for Manchester United. 25 for Shandong Taishan. And 25 for Everton. So 25 or 27 looks to be the move. Maybe number 8 for Belgium as well. But 25 or 27 seems to be the way to go here. 25 is one of our goalkeepers. 27 is another one of our goalkeepers. So what do you guys think? 25 or 27? Where did he get his start? He started with the number 27. He like switches every club. Started with 27 with Standard Liège. Went to Everton. Wore the number 25. Back to 27 at Manchester United. Back to 25 at Shandong Taishan. So I think we go 27 here. That's where he got his start. And he likes to alternate, so. You guys are saying 25. All right. Emerson Rodriguez, obviously, he's not going to be number 1. Let's just see what's open. 27. Tim Ream. I mean, he bossed out. I mean, for the most part against Wales, the U.S. center backs played very well. Obviously, the one mistake from Zimmerman. But outside of that, I mean, the U.S. defense looked really solid. Better than Germany's did. Germany's just consisted of Rudiger saving their butts for the first 70 minutes. And then, obviously, the clip on Twitter was when he was, like, high-stepping the ball out of bounds. That's when things turned around for Germany. But Lowe actually looks really solid. So I'll probably keep him in the team. I think we need someone pacey alongside Fellaini, so. All right, so that's one signing out of the way. We still need to make a decision as far as goalkeeper goes, and then we need to add a bunch of like right-footed wingers. So let's focus on the wingers because we essentially have our goalkeeper decision out of the way. Ideally, someone that's like under 21, maybe, let's say under 23. Under 23 guys, right-footed winger, ideally someone that can play on the left side. So we're thinking most likely left wing, left mid, right-footed. Any countries really, but I mean, some of the top countries that enter Miami, I would say any CONCACAF nation, it's the US, Mexico, Canada, Costa Rica, things like that. I want to keep things fairly realistic, Tommy. I mean, with the journeyman saves, we can be a little bit more relaxed with things, but we're trying to implement as many like realistic rules as we can. So we're gonna call Marwan Fellaini our designated player signing. We're thinking of choosing between Guillermo Ochoa or Joe Hart as our goalkeeper. And then probably like a good, promising winger that's not necessarily playing for a high-profile league. So a lot of the MLS transfers, we've seen a lot recently from the Argentine league. I'm not sure if they're any good Argentine wingers these days. I mean, in the past, it's kind of always been Thiago Almada. Alan Velasco, I believe, was another one. Well, let's take a look. I'm just gonna pull up Argentina in general in the league, and we'll see who the highest potential players are. So, for Argentina, this is what we've got to work with. Farias, we just saw in the Parma rebuild. Simone, maybe. He's on the right wing, though. Very versatile player. Liked him a lot in a couple of rebuilds I've signed him for. Maybe this Carlos Alcaraz could be an option. Oh, Pedro de la Vega. A lot of guys will remember him. Maybe Urzi, who's pretty good in past years. Ezekiel Barco's on loan. That's probably going to be it. We can add Carbonero as well. Everyone else a little bit too low rated for my liking. Anyone with a real face scan as well would be nice. I mean, that's mostly going to be Boca Juniors, isn't it? Yeah, Boca Juniors, the recent update gave them like a load of different face scans, so they're a really promising team. If you guys ever do like a Copa Sudamerica career mode or Copa Libertadores. Yeah, I think that's about it for the wingers. What are you guys saying? A lot of chat to catch up on. Let's see. So yeah, Pedro de la Vega, a lot of shouts for him. So we'll add him to the short list. Still only 20 years old, man. I feel like he's been like a career mode signing, I would say, since, man, I want to say like FIFA 19, if I'm not wrong. Because it was always like him or Thiago Almada, I feel like. Let's see. So Pedro de la Vega. Yeah, I mean, FIFA 21, 86 potential. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, he wasn't bad in FIFA 20. But I think FIFA 21's the one I'm thinking of. Whenever I did a Kaiser side on career mode, which would have been FIFA 21. No, that might have been FIFA 20, actually. FIFA 21 came out in 2020. Yeah, I did Kaiser Slide in FIFA 20. So, interesting one here. But he stayed pretty consistent with his potential. He's dropped a little bit. He's got a cool haircut, though. Let me see who else you guys are thinking. Gabriel Veron. Let's see. I shortlisted him, right? Okay, exciting prospect from Porto. Interesting. Actually, I haven't heard about him, which is surprising because considering like most of the high potential players I try to keep track of in career mode. Maybe that's from a recent squad update. Matondo, he just moved to Rangers. I'll probably let him stay there. Reece Nelson I could see maybe. I mean, he's been pretty decent for Arsenal, right? Had that spell at Feyenoord on loan. How old is he now? 22. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with his contract. I think I saw on Twitter he was doing pretty well for Arsenal in the couple of appearances he's had. Ryan Fraser for left mid. Let's see. Where do I recognize Ryan Fraser from? Oh, okay, from Newcastle. Yeah, the name sounded familiar. Anyone else I need to shortlist, guys? Iturbe. That's a throwback name. I'm thinking of Iturbe as like a winger. He was like a FIFA 13 highest potential player back in the day. I need to know who that was. I'm switching a lot between FIFA and the game, but yeah, Iturbe back in the day, man. FIFA 13, if you know, you know. Maybe FIFA 12 even? Yeah, FIFA 12 when he was at Porto. Yeah, he dropped a lot in his rating. FIFA 21's the last time he was in FIFA. Yeah, FIFA 12, FIFA 13, he was goated. Anyone else, guys, that we should add a right-footed left winger? We're thinking from outside the top 5 leagues as well. So Argentina's been a really popular one. Liga MX, I think, would be fair game. Maybe even Liga Portugal. But yeah, I think Argentina's kind of been the most common league we've signed players from. Martin Ojeda from Argentina. He's playing for a team that almost got relegated. Let's see. 23 years old. Okay. Interesting. He's 76 to 82? Am I looking at the right Martin Ojeda? Yeah, that's a really solid rating potential. Yeah, Yarmolenko's still pretty solid in career mode, but I think we're looking for someone ideally under 23. I'm 17 years old, this guy from Sunderland. I think he's at the World Cup, isn't he? I was looking at the squads and like the players that are under 23 or even under 21. I believe he was in there. Charlie Musonda. Let's see if he's still in the game. He is. Over at Levante. He's there permanently now from Chelsea. Looks like it. That could be a fun signing. I mean, a little bit older than I would like, but 25 is still a fair age to sign at MLS. How's he performing there? Always like, he was a super fun player in career mode back in like, I want to say FIFA 14. Because then he had the potential as well as the 4-star, 5-star combo. It wouldn't have been FIFA 14. Maybe I'm thinking FIFA 16 then. Yeah, FIFA 16 is when he had the big upgrade to his potential. 71 to 86. No, actually, it was FIFA 17, definitely. 76 to 86. He was at Chelsea, and you could sign him on a permanent as well. Yeah, that was the year, man. Charlie Musonda peaked on career mode. He was 5-star back in the day. Yeah, I knew he sounded familiar, like as like one of those wonder kids to sign in career mode, but he was that guy back then, man. FIFA 17 doesn't even feel like that long ago. That's the thing. Hard to believe it's gonna be. It's already 6 years ago. Not even gonna be. Feels unreal. Yeah, I could see Delhi being an MLS signing. In all honesty, I forgot he's on loan. I thought he joined Besiktas on a permanent. I'll get one more player in here though, guys, so we can keep moving with the signings. I do want to get through this first season in the stream. I'd like to keep the pace of like one club per stream without rushing things too much. Jordan Larson a bit older than I would like. (24) I still feel like he's too high profile to be moving to MLS right now. Yeah. I'll add Alvarado as well. Again, these are the sort of leagues I want to sign players from. Relatively underrated players. Okay, so I think we've got our shortlisted options. Let's go ahead and set up the development plans for everybody. Also, I would recommend if you guys are looking to help out player growth, always do this at the beginning of your saves. Just do the opposite position thing as long as it doesn't change the skill move, weak foot, work rates. In this case, it does for Jovan Jones. So what I'll usually do is see if like in this case, I think center back would be fine. You can also look to see if they have 5-star skill, 5-star weak foot, or high attacking or defensive work rates. And then you can use these development plans as well. Basically, don't keep them unbalanced if you want to help out growth. It works a little bit for CMs, balanced, that is. Because CMs, you kind of want like a little bit of everything. But 90% of the time, you want to choose one of these development plans. And I found like the opposite position one works the best. Just keep an eye on like overall player growth though. If you're noticing like a player goes up +5 in one season or even halfway through the season, I've seen a couple of times for wingers, just go ahead and put them back on balanced. So you kind of want to just keep an eye on things. Don't go too overboard with player growth, but at the same time, you want to develop your players. So it's a little bit more tricky for center backs if they don't have high defensive. Yeah, no worries, Garfro. I should be live for, I'd say, at least another hour. We're closing in on the hour mark right now. But yeah, I'll probably stream a little bit into the Netherlands match. It's Netherlands and Ecuador. Senegal ended 3-1 against Qatar. Yeah, I'd even be open to doing like a World Cup watch-along stream someday. Maybe against Germany. I mean, part of me wants to watch with my family, but yeah, it'd be fun to do a watch-along stream. Maybe for the US's last match, I might do. I don't know how that would go. It's a completely different concept for me, doing watch-along streams. I just want to make sure that it's entertaining enough for you guys. But I've been watching a couple of them on Twitch, and it seems like something I could do, you know, essentially just providing extra commentary. Obviously, I won't be able to like showcase the footage or anything like that, but I'm sure you guys are going to be watching the streams as well. So far, so good for our CDMs, though. Both of them have the high defensive, which is big. The legend that is Breck Shea. He's like a FIFA 13 US icon, man. He was so good in Ultimate Team back in the day. He was just ridiculous. The scenes when David Beckham's son is available, though, he'll obviously be a very popular signing in career mode. Probably not too far off though, because he's playing, I believe, for a USL team. Yeah, he's playing for Inter Miami too. Romeo Beckham. Yeah, 73-81 exactly. He was actually like one of the more promising US players back in the day. I went to a couple of Sounders matches where they played FC Dallas, and he was quite literally the best player on the pitch. He was pretty ridiculous. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves, like, for his skill set. Because yeah, I did not like playing against him. He was a very good player. Still might be. I mean, I don't know what his stats look like. I haven't watched much Inter Miami. Pozuelo looks really solid, though. 4-star, 5-star, high, medium work rates. Pretty much everything you want in a cam. Just the one downside, he's 30 years old. This guy's also got pretty decent potential. I think it's 50 to 75 here. So he'll probably see a lot of growth this season. I don't think Matuidi's in the game. There was some controversy about, like, basically when they signed him, they should have designated him as made him a designated player without sounding too repetitive there. Let's see what we can do about Higgy. Anything to keep his pace. Anything to keep that pace from going down any further. Which is tricky. We can do left. No, we can't do left back. That's going to change his defensive work, right? So I think he's just going to have to stay on balance. He's just going to drop in his rating. All right. Yeah, Paxton from Dallas, right? He was another player rumored for a Europe move not too long ago. We kind of haven't heard as much from him recently. All right, that's Squad Hub sorted. I think our short list is sorted, so let's do the one training. Actually, I'm not even going to bother with training. I can do that off stream. I'm not even sure if it makes a difference. I mean, McKenzie for center back. I'll keep some of these players in mind, guys. I think 3 signings is enough for this Inter Miami team. We really don't need to do too much with this squad, I think, to win the MLS title or MLS Cup. I'm going to go ahead and shortlist the really young players in this team because we might as well develop them a little bit further. I just don't see a lot of these guys featuring for us. Everyone else can stay. I will go ahead and look for another 5-star scout, though, because I do want to set up a few scouting networks. I still have trouble finding out, like, the right tab for youth scouting versus youth academy. And we've already got a 5-star one from Canada, whose name is also Jason. Great find here. So we'll hopefully get one more 5-star scout eventually by the end of the month, and then we can go ahead and distribute everyone. Yeah, I'm probably going to be US, Canada, and England for the youth scouting. That's what I'm thinking right now. Emerson Rodriguez doesn't look that bad. I'm trying to make sure I don't loan out the players on the bench. So we've got Breck Shea. I'm going to keep Rodriguez. He looks really solid. Yeah, I mean, if you were doing a realistic Inter Miami, I honestly wouldn't put it against you if you signed Cristiano Ronaldo or transferred him to your team. I mean, without contracts, him or Messi are both fair game, in my opinion. Because MLS, you need to have a little bit of fun to keep the saves interesting. The lack of Champions League, Europa League, things like that. Now, if CONCACAF Champions League was in the game, that'd be another story, but it is not. And we wanted to reject this one. So we're just waiting on the Joe Hart scouting report, which has came in. Yedlin transfer offer. We are obviously going to reject from the Rapids. Jovan Jones can stay as well. Hey, at Trinidad. Nice. So we wanted to just choose between Joe Hart and Guillermo Ochoa. That's the next big poll, guys. So let's add him to the short list. Make a decision here. Boom. Goalkeeper poll is live. I have a feeling over who might win this one, but I think both would be really fun. Joe Hart for the English vibes. The Beckham. storyline, and I guess you could say Manchester storyline, although he played for the wrong Manchester that we're probably looking for. But yeah, Ochoa as well could be quite realistic. I'm just really happy he still has a face scan. You can sign these Liga MX players. Like, they're still in the free agents, which is nice. Yeah, I also had a feeling Ochoa would win this poll. I mean, with the World Cup going on right now, man, it's quite timely to make that transfer. Yeah, Di Maria is another Inter Miami shout. I think it's got to be a crucial player, right? Again, we'll try to get a 2-year deal, and he is good with that. We'll deny the release clause, and we will say just about 10K for the wages, even a little bit less. So that's another good signing in the books. Probably the 2 highest profile ones. So Marwan Fellaini and Guillermo Ochoa both have some great hairstyles. Quite unique to them. Let's see if we get the cutscene right away. In my experience, you get the cutscene a little bit later, which is kind of weird. But yeah, we need to make a decision on these wingers as well. Let's go ahead and remove some of these guys. I'll keep Bravo Morrison on the list as well. Yeah, Varone looks really good. 75 exciting prospect status as well. Yeah, Reece Nelson only 73 rated. I thought he would maybe be mid-70s. Ojeda's solid, man. I'll have to sign him for one of the rebuilds. Looks really good. Where is Godoy Cruz? Is that in Argentina? Is that maybe... I mean, it's got to be some sort of like Spanish-speaking league. Alvarado looks good as well. That's what I mean about Paxton Plumcall. He's dropped a lot in his rating in the last few years. Or at least his potential. Yeah, let's see which one of these guys are right-footed as well, since that's what we're looking for. So I'll probably remove Ojeda for this one, but I'll definitely keep my eye on him for another rebuild. I'm going to remove Bennett as well. So, yeah, I think this is a pretty solid list of players. Yeah, I think you can make your arguments that any of these guys can maybe make an MLS transfer. I mean, Ryan Fraser probably... I don't know how much he's featuring for Newcastle United this year, but I would imagine the next few seasons he might get phased out of the squad. Always rated him as a player in FIFA, though. Lucas Moura? Is he still in FIFA? I really haven't heard... Like, last I heard he was at Spurs. Is he still there? Yeah, he's still at Spurs, 79 overall. What's going on with him? He was teammates with Beckham at PSG. Interesting. I always thought he was quite underrated. I mean, he scored those big goals for Spurs when they made the Champions League final. 8 appearances, 0 goals this season. From Sao Paulo. I mean, last year he featured in 34 matches, 2 and 6. Yeah, not the most goal numbers, but man, as an impact sub, he's been great. Yeah, Luis Suarez, if we didn't have Higuain, then I would probably agree. And yeah, Reece Nelson might be a little bit too high rated, high profile for MLS. But yeah, I think the rest of these guys out of the 5 options. I mean, Lucas Moura would be fun, but I just want to be a little bit cautious about making some of the too high rated signings. We've already brought in players that are in the upper 70s, low 80s. What do you guys think? Charlie Musonda, is he it? Real face scan in game. 25 years old from Belgium. I've seen a couple of shots for him. Alexander Alvarado, I would say he's like, I mean, he's one of those players that look really solid. I've never tried him in career mode. I think that would be kind of fun. I mean, Pedro de la Vega, they've got the mullet for him in game, which is nice. I think it's between Musonda and de la Vega on this one. All right, I'll make a last poll, and you guys can decide here. What is Buchanan rated on FIFA? Let's see. I'm actually not seeing him right now. Buchanan's Canadian, no? Oh, it's because I'm looking at FIFA 17. 72 to 78. Not bad. So it looks like Charlie Musonda is actually winning the poll right now. 67%. We'll see if we can pick him up for 3 mil. De La Vega is such a baller. 73 is too low rated for him. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing. He's kept his rating and potential the last few years. But he hasn't really seen an increase, which, I mean, as you get older, you definitely want to have your rating go up. That's the thing. And he wants crucial as well. I mean, we're definitely going all out in this transfer window. I mean, Theo Walcott, that's a fair shout. I'm going to go with Musonda, though, but I think Theo Walcott, if you're doing an MLS save, you could definitely pull that off. Who do I think will win the World Cup? Until Germany get knocked out, man, I've got to support them. So that's who my heart says, but I think based off of the first match, I mean, obviously, like your Spain's, your England's, that would be a lot of people's prediction, but you also have to look at the opponents they played. I mean, it's no knock against Iran or Costa Rica, because clearly Iran played well against Wales, so they're capable of getting results, but I think we'll get a better idea after the group stage is done. But yeah, I've still got to back Germany until we get knocked out. And that is if we get knocked out. I mean, we just got to show up against Spain. Like, we've seen a lot of players posting that they're treating it like a World Cup final, which is how they should be treating every game. But yeah, they need to go out and not try to play that possession football that they did against Japan. Because that's been Germany's problem. I mean, they keep possession, they dominate matches per se, but they don't get the attacking shots on goal. So favorite player of all time is Lucas Podolski. That's without question, man. I mean, that era of the German national team for me, that's when I started really watching. I mean, him, Schweinsteiger, I mean, even Neuer to an extent, but 2006 World Cup is when I first really started getting into soccer. So, yeah, good year for it. Good year for it. We talking about Lianco from Southampton? He just got a real face scan, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I typically watch Podolski Arsenal highlights once a month. So I think there's still a compilation on YouTube. And I mean, he's still going strong over in Poland, so. Let's just say there may be a Lucas Podolski, I mean, retiring at the end of the season this save, but there may well be a Lucas Podolski related career mode this FIFA. Prediction for USA versus England? I think I'm going to say England 2, USA 1. But we could give them a match. I still got to say England are favorites for it, though. But you see, I'm repping the shirt today. So I'll be watching them. I'll be supporting them. But I think favorites are still England. Yeah, there's Lianco, though. Yeah, he's been a solid signing in career mode the last few years, but that's a really nice face scan as well. They even got the beard down. So, the beard and the tattoos. Yeah, a lot on the line for USA-Iran. I mean, I was paying attention to the Iran-Wales match, and had that ended in a draw, then all the US needed to do is probably get a draw against Iran. But I think that's not the approach they need to take. They need to go out and try to win against England. They need to try to go out, because we have nothing to lose against England, obviously. But the USA really need to go out and try to win against Iran. Easy as that. I mean, you win against them, you advance to the group stage, or the knockout stage. So it's when the US starts playing for a draw. And this is the same with Germany. I mean, when teams start playing for a draw, you have to have the right mindset to be able to do that. I think for the US, when they've tried that, they've ended up losing. It happened in the 2018 World Cup qualifying. And Germany's kind of showed that recently too. If they're not playing with like the tenacity and the ferociousness to win 8-2 like Germany did against Brazil back in the day. I mean, to me, that completely defined the German national team. Like, they were ruthless, man. They wanted to score more goals. And I haven't felt them play like that in the last few tournaments. But here's the cutscene for Guillermo Ochoa, finally. It's the weird thing about free agents. Like, it shows up a few days later. What do you think about Reyna not getting a minute? I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of controversy about Jordan Morris being subbed on late, not Reyna. I don't mind the Jordan Morris substitution, actually, because he's scored goals for the U.S. men's national team as a late sub. So I don't knock that decision, but I agree Reyna should have appeared somewhere. Yeah, I still need to give FM23 a chance. Haven't played it this year. Played it a little bit last year. Had a couple of suggestions to stream it, but yeah, I need to learn and understand the game better, I think, to fully get the most out of it. We wanted to check our youth academy. Let's see. Still waiting on a 5-star scout. It's always quite weird that we start the save like halfway through the year. I have never watched Kate Cal play, so I can't speak for him. I've seen highlights, but I've never watched a full 90 with him. All right, 5-star. We got a couple of Canadian scouts in here. Cameron Baker. So scout from the U.S. and 2 5-star Canadian ones. Anything going on here? Not really. What do you guys think? Should we sim until the MLS playoffs? Or should we play some regular season matches? I think with our squad, we should be just fine doing sims. But the beautiful MLS cutscenes, or behind the backdrops, I guess would be the right terminology. Yeah, we'll play the playoffs here and see what job offers coming in. Ooh, we got to promote our homegrown talent as well. I'll do that after this match. Should be done with that striker training. Any predictions now? From a 61 rated CM to a striker, there were some shouts for mid-70s. We'll see. Are real MLS managers in career mode? You could do a Patrick Vieira one with NYCFC. You could do the same with Andrea Pirlo. Any other real managers? I don't think so. I mean, probably the most known ones. Yeah, Neville's pretty well known. I'm trying to think if there's any other like really high profile MLS managers. We got shouts for 76, 75, 75, 70. 74. You guys were not far off. You guys were not far off at all. But yeah, he's probably going to hit upper 70s by the end of the season. I might not even do the poacher development plan because he's already quite good in the pace and shooting. Let's see if there's anything else we could do. I want to help out that attacking positioning. I think mobile striker's a good fit. Complete striker's not bad either, but I think mobile striker is probably the one to do. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll promote him as well. Give him a good squad number. Plus 13, that's crazy. I kind of want to give up the number 9. I mean, might be a little bit too early to give him the number 9. Robbie Robinson has the number 19 right now. What do you guys think? His dribbling is pretty low. Yeah, it's something we need to work on eventually. And then we'll stick him out on the right side for Vasilev. Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. Okay, so that's not a bad shout. But we also have to keep in mind we're gonna bring him with us. So the big thing is just making sure his dynamic potential doesn't drop. So hopefully he can keep that potential to be special. Gustav Mahav from Coventry is Dutch but was born in Brazil. Interesting. I signed him for the... Was it the Feyenoord rebuild? Because he's a former Feyenoord player. Yeah, the Feyenoord rebuild seems like forever ago, but that was a fun one. Yeah, actually, I'll go ahead and say the next rebuild we're doing is in the Eredivisie, so look forward to that for any of my Dutch fans in the chat. You guys always show out in numbers and support those videos, so I'm looking forward to uploading that. It's a fun one. Two draws and a win though so far in our MLS season. Not the best form. But I don't think we'll have any problem qualifying for the playoffs at season's end. We could even go for the MLS Cup as well. Or US Open Cup. I believe that's what the League Cup's called. Cause I don't think you missed too much. I mean, we decided on Ochoa, if you missed that. We also signed Charlie Musonda in the team, so Fellaini, Musonda, Ochoa is our 3 signings. We promoted our homegrown talent. He's at a 74 overall. So we got that going for us. And we'll go ahead and set up our youth scouting as well here on the 1st of April. Yeah, how's Outset doing this season without Lindahl? It's a big departure for him, but last time I looked at the league standings, they were doing quite well. Eredivisie seems pretty open this year. I'll leave it up to you guys, though. So we're thinking Canada, US, and England. We'll start with US. What kind of player do you think we should look for here? I don't think I need to speak too much on Germany, Hasim. Obviously, they need to... I talked about it a couple minutes ago, but they need to play with some more, I guess, ruthlessness. Go for goals. Just a little bit too content right now. Don't send them all on the same day. You don't get good results. Is that so? So you're saying like I should send one out on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd? Something important to know for the rebuilds, I guess, moving forward. I always like doing them all on the 1st, so I know which day to like check back on the reports. Okay, I gotcha. So we'll do 9 months. Any type of player here in the US. I'll probably just do any type of player for all of them. And we wanted to wait. I almost did it just like instinctually, but I'll go forward today. Yeah, we'll do playmaker England to find the next Beckham. I say playmaker technically gifted. I'm thinking physically strong for Canada, so we can maybe find like a left back like Davies. Because technically gifted is still bringing back the best results. But I'll do playmaker. I'll try it out. Netherlands, Ecuador kicking off. Fourth minute, no goals. Ecuador apparently with 100% of the possession. Is that how the game's going, guys? Yes, Chinto, the throwback is of the Journeyman's quite the throwback. I think that's the thing. It's you know, I started to enjoy career mode more with dynamic potential and some of the bugs being fixed. There's just something really off with the vibe at the start of career mode this year. Like, I mean, the game mode continues to have good potential. I think the introduction of real life managers, it's good for the videos because I think kind of how I've been approaching video ideas is just making sure that the title, thumbnail, and the overall concept kind of revolves around a certain player or a certain manager. Those videos tend to do the best. And it kind of gives like an overarching theme for the save. I think that's the big thing, just developing on different storylines for videos. The goal in the save is basically what you want to do with the Journeyman. There are different rules depending on your preferences, but how I treat it is I spend a season at each club, try to win as many trophies as possible over the course of your career. Some people do it so they stay at a club until they win a trophy, but for me, I do it a season at each club, and then you just review job offers to see what's available. So you're basically moving from country to country, league to league. So from MLS, you're probably going to go to a non-top 5 league. I think Eredivisie would be really solid for our next move. last year, or maybe it was, I think it was 2 years ago actually. We did Hamburg in the Schweizer Bundesliga. And we want to do playmaker here in England. Hakpo goal. Yeah. Dude, someone should have signed him in the summer. His evaluation is going to rise. I mean, I wish we could watch highlights on YouTube, but unfortunately not a thing. But yeah, Hakpo's a baller. That's what it's looking like, Fasa. I mean, the start of the World Cup, you need the team to also be advancing to the latter stages. I think Netherlands are capable of that. How much, let's say Hakpo goes to United, how much would PSV get? I'll pull up Hakpo's valuation on Transfermarkt right now. I think we're looking at like Anthony figures. So according to Transfermarkt right now, his evaluation is 45 million euros. I think 75 mil plus. I think that he goes for as much as Anthony went for. I think they have to be on a pretty similar level. Yeah, I hear you, Isaac. It's unfortunate Liga MX isn't in the game. It's nice that we still have a lot of the players, but it's not the same, man. I do like doing those career modes in, like, I guess, niche leagues. I really like the Chivas Guadalajara one I did last year. That was a fun rebuild. Why isn't it in the game? I think Pez has the licensing for Liga MX now. It's that battle between Pez and EA, man. Fingers crossed, EA Sports 24, sorry, is going to be a good game. I want to see some, like, game-changing features. If you guys could get like one new feature in career mode, what do you think it would be? I mean, let's put aside like stability fixes. Let's assume like dynamic potential is working as it should be. I think a lot of that, or at least I hope a lot of that, will be fixed, because from like the information that's publicly available on Twitter and stuff like that, a lot of the problems come with just like the game code being carried over from game to game. So in my mind, like if they take away some of their affiliations with FIFA, then, you know, they can be a little bit more adventurous with adding new features. So basically they need to move away from like using the code from previous years if they want to add these new features in. Personalized objectives. What do you mean by that, Tristan? Do you mean like personalized to each club? I get that to an extent. I guess you could have like a club representative for each. What is going on with the? Do you guys see that as well? What was going on with that guy's arms? Hold up, I'm watching that back on stream right now. Yo, what was that? He's not gonna do it again, is he? He's gonna do it again. He's doing it again. He's going wild. He's got no shoulder joints. Yeah, I think online career mode's got to be the favorite. I have not seen that bug yet this year. Yeah, I think definitely some expansion on the youth academy. I think an under 23 or under 21s team. I mean, you could just look at features that FM has that FIFA doesn't. I think that's one that definitely comes to mind. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that Hakpo goal later. Like we'll probably stream until just around halftime. So like, well, then again, if we want to do the MLS playoffs, that's gonna last a while longer. So might start doing some calendar sim. I just want to make sure our youth academy player gets the minutes he needs. Because the season goes up until October. It's a long ways away. I mean, standings-wise, we're looking pretty good. Third place, 22 points. As long as we get into the top, what is it, 6 or 8? Shouldn't be a problem. Thoughts on World Cup 2022? I mean, if I want to root for one team in the knockout stages, whether that's Germany or the US, so as long as one of the two advance, I'll be happy. I'm going to be very sad, though, if Germany doesn't advance. We need to... The World Cup has already had its fair share of surprises. I think my controversial take is the next surprise is going to be Germany beating Spain. And that's going to require some performance, but I just know the team's capable of it. It's just they need to have the right mentality going in the game. Like, I think the quality's there. We just don't play the same way, and I think going into this match we need to, so... All right, let's send one the rest of this month. Yeah, for me, I think the one thing I want to see more of in career mode is like more details. Like, I think for me, I'm just like really big on statistics. I want to be able to look at different leagues, see who the top goal scorers are, because you get to see like a lot of surprises each season. I think things that make your save unique. Like, more features that build upon that. Because right now, you're pretty much limited to just your own league. I mean, you can't even see a scouting report on, like, your own players sent out on loan in a different league. You can't see how they're performing. Which is pretty bad, if you ask me. Yeah, I think, honestly, Germany should roll out with Füllkrug as their striker. He's the most proven, like, proper number 9 in that team, just based off of his league performances. And I know he hasn't shown that on the national team level yet, but I mean, for me, managers that start players that are in form are the ones that see their team do well. I know each nation has like its own staple players. You can make the argument like Hazard starting for Belgium is like controversial, but you know, I just can't think of a Belgian team without Hazard in the starting 11. Trossard probably should be getting minutes. It's tough. Can I show Davis's stats? Sure. We'll see how he's developing on. Pretty much great in the pace and shooting department. Needs to work on his dribbling, if I'm not mistaken. He's up to a 76 though, so he's gone a +2 further. Looking good though. We're trying to sort out the attacking positioning. Yeah, I think we'll keep him on this for the rest of the season. And he's already like a solid striker, probably even for next year. Assuming we bring him on to our next team. Earlier on, I already predicted England 2, US 1. That's my personal prediction, but I'm hoping the US make it a good game. I think they're going to play to their strengths against England. Matches that we can kind of just play on the counter. I think suits the US's strengths a lot. I mean, the goal that we scored against Wales came from a counterattack. And I mean, in the opening minutes, it's just being able to find that right pass out of the back. Because we got some pacey players who have pretty good individual quality out wide. Also, Ellis Bates looks pretty solid. Probably low 60s in his rating. When are more videos coming out? I'm trying to upload every about 5 days, James, so I'm hoping for early next week. All right, who do we got left? The U.S. Reese McDonald is the only good player. So England with the best Youth Academy players so far that we found. I'll have to take a look at the remaining fixtures. Any big matches that have a chance for an upset? I don't know. Let's see. Let me take a look at the fixtures. I mean, Ghana looked very good against Portugal. I could see them doing well in their next match. So England, USA, that has the potential for an upset. We'll see if Saudi Arabia can keep it up against Poland. I mean, I'll show this on stream for you guys as well. Might as well. Let's see. You guys should be able to see that. Yeah, that looks good. So yeah, USA, England, that has potential for an upset. Argentina, Mexico. Hopefully Argentina is able to respond. For Mexico's sake, I think they're hoping for a good result there. Maybe another draw. I can see Japan winning against Costa Rica. Costa Rica obviously looking to bounce back. Any other good matches? South Korea, Ghana, I think could be very interesting. Because both of them, well, South Korea ended in another draw as well. Spain, Germany, obviously, I'm going to watch. Ecuador, Senegal will be fun. Iran, USA, I think is another must-watch game. Group C, I think Group C is probably the most interesting one. I think Group C is going to be a very interesting one. As well as Group E. If Germany can get a win against Spain, that just changes the game entirely. Because I was doing the math this morning. Let's say Germany gets a win against Spain, which is a tough ask. But let's say they do. And let's say Japan beats Costa Rica. That means like there's a possibility that one of the teams in that group finishes with 6 points and doesn't advance. It would come down to goal differential. Which is just crazy. For me, like not advancing out of the group stage with 6 points, that's like, the possibilities of that are slim, but it's a very real possibility. Looks like Gregory wants out. That's another of the really annoying things in career mode. Like, that came out of nowhere. Like, this guy's morale dropping. And then they submit a transfer request. But it's whatever. We're keeping him for a season, so. All right, we're starting to get there towards the end of the season. I think we're probably fine with the calendar sim. Hey, I'm with you, Fassa. I want Germany to get the result too. Yeah, it's tough because, like, on one hand, Japan, just based off of that Germany performance alone, like, they deserve to advance. But that's going to be the tough reality is if Germany wins against Spain, like, either Germany, Spain, or Japan don't advance out of that group. And who knows, maybe Costa Rica will surprise people. Maybe they'll have some redemption and get a good result against Japan, and who knows against Costa Rica. Because, I mean, on his day, Keylor Navas can do some ridiculous things. So... yeah, I think Canada will have a pretty good rest of the World Cup. I mean, they were very unlucky not to get a result against Belgium. But that's just where tournament experience comes into play. I mean, Belgium, they've been in the World Cup, they've been in Euros, they've gotten to the latter stages the last few years. They know what it's like, and when it comes down to it, like, experience is one of the most important qualities in a World Cup. Yeah, looks like a very even game outside of that Hakpo goal. Like, even the XG is very, very low for both teams today. Let's get those monthly scouting updates out of the way. I wanted to check on that player as well. But yeah, things pretty good from England so far. Let's just remove the players that have dropped below 90 potential. So, Bates is at a 64. As a left mid as well. What do we do here? Keep him as the left mid, or do we move him to maybe... I could see a Cam. What do you guys think? Yeah, I see him as a Cam as well. Got a guy called Nathan Hogg. Hogg Dadini. This guy's got some interesting stats. 3-star, 4-star, high, and a trait. I see him more as a... yeah, what do you even call him? I guess a Cam. It's probably his best box-to-box. His shooting's a bit low. Who are we talking about? Hogg? The 15-year-old? Yeah, he's not looking 15. Definitely mid-30s here. Anyone else, though? No one stands out too much. Daniels doesn't look bad. He's pacey. But, yeah, so far Bates is the best player by far. USA not coming through with that many great Youth Academy players. Yeah, it would be nice to find a McDonald, for sure. And apparently we've already got to deal with pre-contract stuff. Let's see. A lot of players on less than 6 months, actually. I mean, do we want to bother with this, guys? Should we sort them out? I guess we could. Even if we're leaving at the end of the season. Hey, I appreciate that, Adam. This guy wants to be transferless, so that's fine. These guys in their release clause, okay. I can't bother going into talks for every single player, so. If they have their release clause met, so be it. All right. And Breckshay, I just agreed to no extension, but that's fine. That is okay. No goals yet though for Ecuador, right? I mean, I'm looking at the stats, and they're hanging on to the majority of possession. Yeah, Ecuador looked really solid in the first match. I mean, it's Qatar, so we wanted to see them against a good team like Netherlands, but we'll see. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know who that coach is. Who does he manage? Fasa. I don't think Wayne Rooney's a manager in FIFA 23, is he? He just came to mind. Like, yeah, he should be one of those managers you can recreate. Oh, Philadelphia Union. I can tell you, Union are definitely one of the best MLS teams. I mean, they're a lot of like the MLS players that have gone to Europe in recent years either got their start or have played for Philadelphia Union when they transferred. I mean, the Aronson brothers. Who else? Even what Kai Wagner's been able to do this season. Yeah, we're on a bit of a losing streak now. What's going on, Alex? Patrick Davis to Monaco. Don't think that's going to happen. So a couple of months now. We're just about 2 months away from the end of the season. Let's see what we're doing for the league position. Should be in a good spot. 6th place. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be dropping below 7th, so we should be fine with calendar sims. A couple more wins on the board. And it looks like we're either going to finish 5th or 6th, which I will absolutely take. We'll see what our matchups are like moving forward. This is when MLS gets real exciting, the playoffs. And who do we have in our first game? Columbus Crew. Okay. Pretty historic team in MLS. Let's see where they finish in the Eastern Conference. So Columbus finished 3rd. New York Red Bulls taking the league, with Philadelphia Union behind them. Columbus, Orlando, New York City, DC United. Toronto missing out on a playoff spot. Atlanta missing out on a playoff spot. Like, those are the big surprises there. Western Conference, LAFC, Sounders, Galaxy, Minnesota. nothing too surprising. Maybe the Timbers missing out, Dallas missing out. Nashville have a decent team on FIFA. But I think things look pretty much as expected. So let's see. Is it 1 or 2 legs here? I completely forgot how it works. So I'm going to make a save. Just so I can get an idea of how this works. I also don't want to spoil the next rebuild. You guys might have seen it, but if you didn't see it, you didn't see anything. Okay, so let's see how this one works. I'm going to go ahead and sim calendar just to get an idea of how many legs there are here. So just the one match here. Okay. That wasn't actually meant to be the results. I just wanted to see how many legs are played. Don't tell anyone, Kaza. If you know, you know, but should be a good rebuild, though. All right, let's go and sim this one against Columbus. That's what I mean. It's quite timely to today's match, Kaza. I started the rebuild, recording the rebuild like 2 days ago. So I just had a feeling. And there you go, Pozuelo with the first goal. Favorite TV show? Oh man, growing up, I don't even know. Really like Breaking Bad. I don't know if I would call that growing up show. I was watching that like into college. Yeah, definitely up there. I'm watching Better Call Saul right now because I never really watched it, and we're just absolutely dominating Columbus right now, which is what you love to see. Next video, Dan, is essentially going to be a realistic rebuild. I think it's fair to say like most of the uploads on the channel will have like some realistic storylines going on. But I'm not going to call them all like realistic rebuilds in the title. It's a tricky one with the YouTube algorithm. Like, I don't know, FIFA 23 has just been weird, I think, for a lot of FIFA creators. Partially due to the World Cup going on, but yeah, I don't know. Views are a bit lower, which is fine. I mean, we move, we adapt. But yeah, adding realistic rebuilds to the title doesn't seem to add much in terms of people discovering the videos. So yeah, it's a weird thing because I think I've just done it enough of the realistic rebuilds that people kind of know, like, yeah, this is kind of what the channel's known for. So Silas is on Columbus? Is that I'll have to double check that, but that's very interesting. It's a very interesting signing. Just noticed that. All right, 8 minutes left. We'll double check on Silas. Forget how many rounds there are for MLS playoffs as well. I'll probably just end up playing the final if we get that far. But, I mean, you look at this team, we should be able to do just fine. A nice send-off for Higgy if we can win it as well. All right. First game out of the way. Let's see. Okay, so conference semifinals. So we have 2 more games that we need to win, and then we're into the final. So let's see Silas as well. Yeah, it's got to be him, right? Interesting transfer to the Columbus Crew. Who do we got in the next game? Well, Philly. This will be a good one. All right, I'm going to put this one on interactive match sim, and I'm going to grab a granola bar because I need a little something to eat. But yeah, I'll be right back, guys. You guys can watch the result as it plays on. All right, pretty good match. Looks like we're going to go into the halftime break. 0-0 still. When we talk about Shadow, a former Vitesse player. All right, let's keep playing here. Hopefully Philly don't get the opener. If we still get 0-0, I'll definitely play extra time. It's kind of the risky take when you get into like the later minutes. And the opposition scores. Who's winning the World Cup? Said it earlier, I'm going to keep backing Germany till they lose or get knocked out. So we'll see. I think we get the result against Spain. That's my unpopular, well, not necessarily unpopular opinion, controversial take. I think a lot of people want Germany to lose. But that's what happens when you win as many World Cups as we have. Yellow card for Higgy, that's fine. Yeah, I think this is one of the games that go into extra time, honestly. Just the way interactive match sim is looking right now. Unless we see a late winner. 10 minutes left to go. I think Higuain probably about to be brought off because he's low on stamina. We can put our homegrown talent at striker. Maybe bring in Breck Shea for the last few minutes. All right. I'm going to jump in here. And I want to make that sub for Higgy. So, hey, why not? Let's see a little bit of Higuain for these last few minutes. We just got to get through 30 minutes. We'll be all right. Reverse, it's honestly a combination of like quick sim, interactive match sim, counter sim. If I need to like showcase the scoreline, then obviously I'm kind of forced to either do a quick sim or interactive match sim. Basically, like the ones that I deem important matches, Fellaini, you can't be doing that. The ones that I consider important matches, I'll usually do interactive match sim, just so I can make like substitutions in real time. But yeah, I would say the majority of ones are quick sim or calendar sim. Thank you for getting that one cleared. I need to get used to the pace of MLS. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot different than the save I'm doing right now. Players just seem more slow, which is fine. I mean, we're not working with as many high-rated players. But let's focus up. 98 minutes in, and we need to score a goal. Here's Musonda. That's a decent look. He just needs to complete the pass there, though. Good tackle from low. We're going to keep possession as well. Higuain played through. Can we finish? Yes, we can. It's 1-1. Great through ball. And what a finish from Higgy. No doubt about it. When's the next career mode series? Don't think there is going to be one, Jake. If I'm being honest. Yeah, series-based content just doesn't work on my channel and like my upload style. I don't know. I'm not really into the daily upload sort of things. I would prefer working a bit longer on the video. In the past, it's what I did, but yeah, I kind of like the rebuild format and like the single video format more these days. I think it's also like the commitment of a series is a little bit too much for me because, like for me, if I know a concept's not working, then you kind of have to adapt and change to a different concept for the next video. You're kind of stuck in the same like mold if you're doing a series. You have to try to give that a proper ending if you want to do like right on the series. Like I mean, you could have an abrupt end if you really wanted to, but personally, like for people that like the series, it sucks for them because they want to see the next video. If things had gone like perfectly, I would have taken Crystal Palace a little bit longer, try to win the Champions League or something with them. But I think I gave that series as good of a send-off as I could have in regards to Vieira. Like that was always the plan to eventually take the Arsenal job. But yeah. Look at that defending from Fellaini. Philly's pressing, though, man. No. For a second, I thought that was going to go in. Safe hands, though, from Ochoa. We'll find Pozuelo. Look for our homegrown talent out wide. He's making the run down the wing. We'll try it, and maybe shouldn't have tried the pass. Kai Wagner is who he's matching up against. That's not an easy fullback to be facing, and he might be getting a yellow card here. It is indeed a yellow for Kai Wagner. Here's Davis. He's got the space. Can he find the cross? We've got Higuain in the middle. We'll try to spot him out. Late run. Coming in. He's off. And it's looking like penalty kicks, guys. Hopefully we get the win here. I mean, it would be very sad if we don't end up winning the MLS Cup with Inter Miami. We've had some bad luck with the MLS saves. I think we did the Journeyman last year. We also lost in like the semifinals or the finals to not win it. But here we go. Big moment here. Big moment here. And can we get the win? I mean, I like our chances with our penalty kick takers. We got Pozuelo, Higuain. Who's our homegrown talent? Davis at the number 4 spot. Kieran Gibbs. I think we should get Fellaini in there somewhere. Let's get Yedlin higher up too. Charlie Musson, I'm surprised his pens are so low. Yeah, let's get it. I think this is a good look. I'm happy with those pen takers. We just need to pull off 1 or 2 big saves. Guillermo Ochoa, he's known for his heroics in the World Cup. And he almost pulls off the same heroics here. He guesses the right way as well. Apparently I haven't taken enough penalty kicks. The game needs to tell me how to take them. Saved. I knew that as soon as I took it, it was going to get saved. Let's go same direction. There we go, Ochoa. We're in it. We're in it. Why are we showing this every time? That was super quick on Higuain. And he buries it. Let's go. Musonda's at... Gosh, it's Levante, I believe? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's at Levante right now. Why is this showing it every time? The game's trying to get in my head right now. We might miss this. We didn't time it well. What a pen, though, from Davis, bro. That's one of those time finishes that end up working out for you. And Ochoa with another save. Come on. Come on, Kieran Gibbs. Dude, this thing's moving fast. And we're just very fortunate to find the side netting on all of these. Come on. One more save. One more save for Ochoa. I think we got to go left again. It's working for us. That's why you go the same way. Come on, Ochoa. That's why we make the signing. His heroics, man. And we advance in penalty kicks. That's a beautiful scene right there. That's a beautiful scene. I mean, that was a really solid save. He put that in like... Yeah, that's a good save. Nothing more you can say. I don't want to get in that situation again, though. Ecuador did score. I haven't gotten the update yet on my phone. Who scored the goal? Offside? Estupinan. Ooh. Quality player. Yo, I forget they have Estupinan as well. And Hincapié. Ecuador have a solid team, man. Pending goal VAR. Goal ruled out, offside. Dang. What are we saying, though? Are we rooting for Ecuador? We want... do we want the Netherlands to win? I feel like Netherlands have to be one of the favorites for the World Cup. An NYCFC in the conference finals. Team that won MLS Cup last year. Well, I guess 2 years ago now. A lot of you guys will know of Tyus Magno. Johnson's a good keeper. Well, let's go ahead and just win this in the interactive match sim, man. I want to play that MLS Cup final. I want to review those jobs. What would you prefer to go? Are we talking about the result? I'm kind of rooting for the Netherlands, but I mean, I want to see a good match at the end of the day. But yeah, I would say Netherlands are one of my preferred sides in the World Cup. It'd be nice to see them win a trophy. Surprised it hasn't happened yet. Oh, to move clubs? I mean, we'll see what offers come in. I think that's the big thing. You really can't predict like what leagues you're gonna get from. I wouldn't mind something like Scotland, honestly. I think Scotland would be fun. Lower divisions of Germany, maybe. Really like to go to the Netherlands. That'd be fun too. What are some other good ones? I would even be open to like a Serie B. Serie B, like a Venezia. I'm gonna jump in for the end here. Let's try not to concede a goal right away this time. Here's Davis, played through. Come on, Higuain. We're trying to get that on his preferred right. Or preferred left. Ooh, Young Boys could be a good shout, yeah. Switzerland or Austria. I don't think I've ever done a career mode there, so that could be a fun change of pace. Good ball from Ochoa. I was kind of worried about making that pass, but Gibbs does well to control that away from the defender. Here we go, Musonda. Make a run. Find one of these players. I guess that works. Oh, good chance from Gibbs as well. Just about made the pass. Can we press him here? Get one more attack before the end of the half. Gibbs on a yellow. Let's try to defend this. Well done. We're just going to clear that. That should be half. Not bad, not bad. Turkish Super League as well. Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, come on. Let's get this win. Let's not do penalties again. I don't want to test my luck in penalty kicks. You guys saw how fast that meter was moving. We were very fortunate not to have missed a pen. Because no matter how good of a penalty kick taker you are, if you don't have a player with like high penalty kick stats, I feel like you definitely risk missing the pens no matter how close you get it to the middle. I think he's on here. Decent ball. Pozuelo with the finish. That's what we needed. Would have liked Higuain in that spot, but I mean, I'll take Pozuelo any day of the week as well. Good ball from our homegrown talent to set him up. Let's get another. Keep that in bounds as well. Finding our homegrown talent. He'll play another pass. Why not? Why not? And Higgy in the top corner. You give this man a chance on goal. He's just going to bury it. Doesn't have the pace, but he's got the finishing. That's an MLS Cup final. Next rebuild is going to be out early next week. I'm in the process of recording it right now. Kind of depends how quickly I progress in that save. So far, I'm in the second season. I'm also going to like try out some longer rebuilds. Maybe going into some more detail. Just trying some different stuff on YouTube. Next rebuild is going to be in the Eredivisie. I think you can probably like process of elimination the teams that I've already done. Which one I'll do next, but Middlesbrough, Michael Carrick rebuild. Go and watch BCHD's one. I watched a little bit of it. It seemed like a good concept. Who do we have for the final? Has not been said yet. Imagine we play the Sounders, man. No, LAFC. Okay, that's fitting. If you guys don't know, they won the MLS Cup this year, so it'd be a good match. Scouting update before this fixture as well. Yeah, I mean, Chiellini, Dave, Bale, Carlos Vela. It's a good team. It was a good team. +1 for Bates, not bad. This is the MLS overlay on FIFA. I think we just reviewed these guys. It does look a little bit like FIFA 21. I've gotten that before. Or at least one of the older FIFAs. I think La Liga is still my favorite. I like the green that they've got there. Premier League one's pretty good too. Anyways, LAFC. Yeah, it's going to be a good match. Let's take a look at their starting 11. Chiellini captaining the team. Carlos Vela, Gareth Bale. Yeah, I mean, not much more to say. Even Calvin Acosta in the midfield is a good player. Let's do it. I mean, I don't think there's anything else we need to change. I mean, we could technically give Fellaini his... I didn't realize he dropped as much as he did in his rating. He's dropped to a 70 overall, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, not much to say about that. I mean, doesn't the center back work on his pace as well? Yeah, that's pretty wild. He gets a +6 at center back in this case, so we'll take that. Giving a +1 in his rating this season. Love to see that. Love to see that. Even Ochoa's dropped a couple. He's down 3 this year. Let's play it. I'm ready for it, guys. MLS Cup final. It's been a minute since we've won a trophy in an MLS save, so this will be good. Can the US beat England? Yes. Is it likely? I give England the odds. But I think the US is capable of winning. I'm guessing it's halftime with a lot of you guys rolling in, but welcome. 1-0 for the Netherlands against Ecuador. Meanwhile, we are playing the MLS Cup final in Season 1 of our Journeyman Career Mode with Inter Miami. So far, signings this season. Guillermo Ochoa. He saved our team in a PK shootout in the conference semifinals. Marwan Fellaini getting a +6 in his overall center back. And Charlie Musonda out wide has been solid. But we've got our work cut out for us here. LAFC won the cup this year in MLS, so I think they're, without question, the best team in FIFA in MLS, so it should be a good match. Let's play it, though. Last match for Higgy. And our first one playing a full 90 minutes. I'm going to put Fellaini on join the attack, like he said. I want to see him score a goal. Play the striker. No, we'll put him on join the attack. And hopefully we don't get caught out on the counter too much. They signed Muffy from Lorient. Nice. Cifuentes is a good player as well. And here is Muffy. Don't let Bale get on his left foot. Don't let him turn away from goal and get to the penalty box. We've learned that from the U.S. men's national team. See, Bale's trying it again. He's putting his back against goal. He's trying to draw a pen. He knows what he's doing. Come on, DeAndre. Let's see that pace. Oh, what a ball. That's actually going to fall really nicely to Pozuelo. Good shot on target. We'll take that. I see Musonda on the edge. Do we try the Trebella cross? Ah, didn't even go for it. I think he went with one of those weird no-look shots. If you guys don't know, if you hold like L2 or LT plus shoot, you get some pretty effective flare shots. I'm surprised that hasn't been patched. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really like having power shots and like long range efforts back in FIFA, but they need to tone down the skill shots a little bit. So far, LAFC haven't done much. I mean, I would say the teams we played, the Union, were by far the most difficult. Overload here on the left. Here's Musonda. Dude, where's Fellaini when I want him? I want him getting part of the attack. He's nowhere to be seen. Where's he at? Come on, Fellaini. On the volley, drawing the corner. Let's see where he's at. Need to get that a little bit further away from the keeper, but yeah, Fellaini's definitely a danger man in the box. Good header one. Here we go. Fellaini's staying up. No, I shouldn't have slotted it. I'm trying too hard to get Fellaini his goal. We're getting very fortunate for that to fall to Higuain, but I want to get Fellaini at least one goal before we leave. Good job by Higuain, though. I mean, he's been a beast in the box, man. His pace is like in the 20s now, but still a proven finisher. I think Gibbs is going to go solo here because he's got, like, no support. Left back finishing. Nice. And that's not what you want to see. Gareth Bale going down. That's a bit strange. It was a 50-50 challenge. Would have liked to the ref let us play on there. That's okay. We're good. 0 XG for LAFC. 1.5 to go. Let's get Fellaini's goal. That's my goal for the second half. Obviously winning the game too, but let's get Fellaini his goal. Skill run with Fellaini incoming. Look at him shrug off the defender like it's nothing. Dude, those long legs, bro. Honestly, Fellaini in the midfield. I think, obviously, that's where he starts, but I think that's got to be, like, the best place to play him in FIFA. Actually gets that one on target. Good block. We'll get that one away once again. Looking for our homegrown talent out wide. This should be the second goal easy. Come on, Davis. You got enough pace. Again, these weird no-look shots. Just do it outside the foot shot. Wish there was a specific button for that. You're thinking 1-1. Or are we talking about the Ecuador-Netherlands? It is 1-1. Who scored this one? My guess would be Enner Valencia. And now it's 1-1 here. Valencia scores. All right, now we got to focus up again. Good control from Ochoa. I was a little bit concerned about the press there, but 20 minutes to go. Come on, let's get this winner. Who scores the winning goal, guys? Which player scores the winning goal? Could be for us or LAFC, in fairness. I would say Higuain, just based off of how this game has gone. That's not the pass. Good save, Ochoa. Good for Ecuador, though. That's what you want to see. I mean, I think every World Cup needs to have some surprise nations getting far in the competition. Another save from Ochoa, man. I don't know if we're going to end up winning this one or if it's going to go to penalties or what. LAFC have been looked really solid in the second half here. Good ball. Another save from Ochoa. Thought that might have been rebounded in. Just clear it. I'll take the goal kick. 5 minutes to go. Nothing risky here. Good job from Davis. He's going to find... Oh, I thought he found Yedlin, but Chiellini with the clutch interception. He's playing like as a left back right now. How is that megged? No! What a stop from Gibbs. Yo, we need to see a replay of that. If the game doesn't give it, that was a huge deflection from Kieran Gibbs. That saves the goal right there. What a sweat to play that one across. I thought he was shooting 100%, but Gibbs tracks back, sticks out a clutch leg, makes the block, and then Ochoa with a good save to follow it up on his near post. Oh my gosh. Why is Chiellini taking corners for them? Cleared away. Musonda. The ref's going to let us get one more attack in. Pfft, 50-50 challenge and they get it cleared. It's going to end in penalties, boys. Penalty kicks to close out our first season with Inter Miami. I like our odds. So last time we dove to the left, and that seemed to be working. We're going to change the kick takers again. Oh no, we're going to extra time. What am I thinking? I thought that was... I thought we were already past the 120 minutes. Let's go. Let's get this winner before extra time is over. He's on. Let's not topple into each other, guys. And that was a lot closer than I would have liked, but we're good. We're solid. Here you go, Davis again. Ton of space in front of him. Simple finish this time. There we go. He's got the 5-star for a reason. The homegrown talent that we'll be bringing with us wherever we go. Gives us the go-ahead goal. Let's try to get a third. Not take any chances here. See, that's the thing. I mean, even with sliders, you're into situations there where the defensive line is playing a lot higher than they should. If you're just playing on regular settings for FIFA, you're going to have that happen pretty much every game. But I think it's because LAFC probably need a goal that they're starting to push players up, which is understandable. I want to switch this one completely to Musonda. Not a bad idea from Yedlin, but we'll take that for the end of the first period. 15 minutes to go. Yeah, I mean, Ecuador with a 1.31 XG. Netherlands have 0.04, excuse me. Decent effort. Oh, I shouldn't have been that unselfish. Should have just gone with Pozuelo. I saw that extra run on the far post. I thought I was going to make it pretty. But instead, LAFC on the counter. They're trying to get the equalizer. Kieran Gibbs tracking back with everything he's got left in his stamina. And we do get another block in. That'll do it. I think we got to make some changes. Gibbs is He's absolutely exhausted. He's played well, though. Let's bring Jones in. Just go wide with it. That'll do it. 3-1 is how things will end. And finally, we've broken the curse of MLS finals here on the channel. I swear it's been like 2 years since we won a title in this career mode, but granted, we don't do that many MLS careers on the channel, so we'll take it. Good result. Winning it all with Miami. We'll get to see the trophy celebrations. Now, I want to see some predictions from you guys on what clubs are going to offer us a job. MLS Cup winners. I think it was, what, 6th place in the league? It's not the best league performance, but we get it done in the playoffs, which you see a lot in American sports. Swiss team career mode. Yeah, I'd be open to it. Ochoa was the hero for me in the playoffs, though. I mean, that penalty kick shootout alone. Serie B would be fun. Championship could be a decent idea. Yep. Maybe should have switched captains for this game, but Grigori, boss in the midfield, he'll lift it up for us. I do like the MLS trophy, though. They've got that down. Good scenes, though, with Inter Miami. Let's review these offers. So first things first, browse jobs. Of course, we've got... Ooh, Poland? I don't know about Poland. I mean, it's a fun idea, but something that's... Maybe if we get Podolski's club, but Poland's not a very appealing league for titles and thumbnails. Need a little bit more notoriety, I suppose. I don't even know how long we're going to be able to do the sim. I'm guessing we get more offers starting in like December or January. Get a couple from Spain. I think that's too much of a jump up, though. Or is the Liga Smart Bank that's the second division? You guys confirm? Okay. So second division of Spain, not bad. Not bad. So it seems like every Sunday it's refreshing. Or Saturday. Not getting that many offers midweek. We got the Netherlands. We got the Netherlands. And some good offers, honestly. I would kind of want to take over a team like... I think of these, I think Ajax, Feyenoord, PSV are a little bit too high profile for me. I'm very interested in like Utrecht. I think AZ could be pretty fun. They've got some good players. And Twente even. I'm definitely going to consider that. I'm going to go ahead and make a save. And again, I'm not going to try to spoil too much of the next realistic rebuilds. So let's make a save here. And we'll simulate another week, see if we get better offers. We got Norway as well. Bodo Glimt are a very fun team. I don't know how they're doing these days, though. So how is potential looking for Bodo Glimt? Their best player is Joel Mavuka. Solbakken, but he's joining Roma. I think Bodo Glimt have kind of lost out on most of their high potential players these days. Still a fun team to manage, though. Yeah, so far Twente is leading the way. Definitely going to consider them. Let's close out December, though. See if we get better offers. We've got the championship offers. I don't really want to go to the championship. Although Middlesbrough would be kind of fun. Because I don't think I'll be doing a realistic rebuild for Middlesbrough. At least anytime soon. So I'll keep them in consideration as well. So yeah, right now it's between Twente and Middlesbrough. They're really pushing the Netherlands on me, man. It seems like every time I check, it like alternates. Like right now, we just get the LAFC offers. We got Denmark. Denmark could be fun too. I've been wanting to do a Copenhagen career mode, to be honest. Either Copenhagen or Midtjylland would both be fun. But I think Copenhagen, man. Copenhagen's very, very interesting. Unfortunately, they don't have Rooney Bardakji in the game yet. But Copenhagen still have a very good team. With some high potential players. I might choose them, man. Denmark's like a good stepping stone, too. To some of the bigger leagues. We could go like Denmark. We could go... I think that could pathway us to like Germany or the Netherlands. Or even Belgium afterwards. I want to take my time with the Journeyman stuff. I think we'll review... yeah, I think Denmark's like a really solid next step. Let's review Copenhagen. Let's review Midtjylland and make a decision as far as which next team is going to be. So here's Copenhagen we'll start with. I mean, their players by potential: Johannesson, Haraldson, Durami on loan, Matty Ryan. They've got some recognizable players. Rasmus Falk, who I signed, I think, in like my FIFA 13 New York City crew mode. Cornelius, who missed that sitter for Denmark. Yeah, it's a good team. Let's look at Midtjylland though. Let's see how they stack up. Evander, Isaacson, Martinez. What do you guys think? Copenhagen or Midtjylland here? I'm going to make a final poll to close out the stream. Between Copenhagen or Midtjylland? I mean, I can save it and go to the end of the month, I suppose, yeah. Or do you think we should include Twente in the list? Okay, I'll include Twente in the list as well. So I'll do between Copenhagen and FC Twente. So it's between Copenhagen and FC Twente. Because it looked like Copenhagen is winning between them and Michelin. So yeah, I'll decide between those two. Just think about progression, though. I mean, like, I think after the Netherlands, our goal with Copenhagen or FC Twente would probably to get them into like top 3. Breaking into top 3 would be a good achievement. Again, it looks like Copenhagen is winning the polls. So unless we get a better option before the end of the month, we're going to make a save with these guys. And we can go from there. Essentially, Journeyman, you're managing a new team every season. So yeah, you just try to win trophies, go to different clubs, things like that. But yeah, we'll just simulate day by day and see if we get a better offer here. We get Poland again, which isn't the most appealing for me. We get Scotland. We get a Scotland offer. I think Scotland Rangers would be quite fun as well. I do want to cover Scotland eventually, so it's like it's a question of whether we would want to go to Copenhagen or to Denmark and then Scotland, or just go to Scotland straight away and then maybe do championship after that, then maybe like lower in the table Premier League, and then kind of bounce around the top leagues. It would be quite timely, but I just don't know if Scotland is the right timing right now for this save. Timely in terms of like them getting knocked out of Champions League and changing managers, but second season of a Journeyman, just, I don't know. I feel like if we got different Scotland offers, like, I don't know, maybe a Dundee United or an Aberdeen or Dundee FC, I don't know. Like not one of the top teams, or even a Hibs would be quite fun. I think we did Hibs as one of the Journeyman saves last year. So yeah, I think it's, right now it's still leaving Copenhagen. We'll keep Simon though. That's good. Some different offers are coming in. Norway we already got. I'm not sure what nations are left that I would take over Denmark. We do get the Portugal offers, which I'm definitely not taking a contender. So other teams that aren't contenders, we have team that Gil Vicente and Braga. I feel like Portugal's another team that's later on in the Journeyman. Braga's even that's like too much of a step up in my opinion. Get the Netherlands again. Yeah, I think Austria would really be the only one to maybe make me reconsider. Yeah, LAFC is still waiting, which is quite funny. So we get Switzerland. I don't know, how are BSC Young Boys doing like on FIFA this year? How do they have for potential? So this is BSC Young Boys. Ugrinich is a solid player. Niasi I haven't used. Yeah. I don't know. I guess it would be a challenge of like taking on it. I'm presuming to be a Champions League club, so I don't know. I just don't feel like jumping to like the top team in the league yet. At least in that nation. I mean, France? Some good Ligue 2 teams, to be fair. It's not bad. But I think I'm pretty happy with Copenhagen, unless we get like a really crazy offer here on the last day. But yeah. That's going to end the season, guys. I think I'll be sorting out Copenhagen. Don't know when the next stream is going to be. But I guess I could reload the save. Unless I see a strange change of plans. It's probably going to be with Copenhagen next time I stream. But yeah, I'm going to call it there, guys. Probably watch the next few minutes of the Netherlands-Ecuador game. Last 20 minutes or so. Have some lunch. Hope you guys enjoy it. Have a good weekend. And I'll probably catch you guys with the next upload in a few days' time. But until then, I'll talk to you all later.